Hello everyone, what's going on? 2 videos in, well, a few days. Not according to the channel, but for me recording it is, which is pretty remarkable. So things are back on track, definitely. Mojo is back and I've got my teeth into this and she's progressing well. So I'm going to show you the little bits I've done, the windows, etc. because last time you saw it was just a shell. There's been quite a bit added to it, and then I'm going to come on to the interior, and there's a lot been done with the interior, and I'm really quite pleased. So you saw the paint job last time. Now we have the windows in. It's a bit wibbly wobbly. Don't touch it. Number plate and the indicator lenses are in, which is quite cool. I absolutely, in this kit for £56 or what I paid for this. These vents, detailing is just incredible. It looks a lot more expensive than the price would suggest. So don't be frightened, folks. So the dashboard's in, the steering wheel, looking pretty awesome. The sunroof, nearly forgot what that was then. The Lexan rear windows, no windows for the front, they're staying open. But yeah, the painted Lexan. There's glue misting in this because there's things I've glued, and one's got a fingerprint on the rear window, and yeah, there's a bit of swearing. But never mind, you know, there you go, one of those things. But it looks pretty cool. My metal number plate here, which I really love, black and white number plate. The lenses are all in. Spare tyre is yet to go on. You can see the gummy mark there, stickers going over that, and the spare tyre should pretty much cover most of it. But it looks just incredible, I think. You know, so the details there that have finished it off, it looks brilliant. I am so happy with this, really excited about it. I think it's going to look great on camera. Paint job's good, just the right amount of weathering, nice bit of sheen to it, absolutely ace. So that was the next stage I promised you. Now let's have a look at the interior. So the interior, my dude, I've always found it difficult to get people to fit and look right, etc, etc. I've had to cut a lot of this interior away to get the gearbox in to go on this chassis. It's a fairly big gearbox on this Charisma chassis, so I probably cut too much away. Again, I did that thing of cutting, measuring once and cutting, and then I should have measured 4 or 5 times and only cut, cut a little bit. Never mind. But there will be things missing, so no gear lever, etc. But that's not really an issue. Things are quite compact in there, so you don't really see it. So, yeah, my dude is in. He isn't sitting completely at the back of the seat, and he has no feet. I'm not a very good surgeon, but he's sitting flat here. I did have him sitting right back, so his bottom was at the back of the seat rest, but he was too tall and he just looked too big. Now, when he doesn't look right sitting here, but when he's in the interior, you're not going to get to see that yet, that will be the next video. When he's actually in the cab, and you put the interior in the body, it looks perfect. His positioning is great, size is great. You also have like kind of door cards that go on here, so they are, you don't really see that gap, but it looks really good. Some accessories, the little box on the spare seat. I've obviously here painted the seats orange. I'm going to do a bit of weathering in this as well, which I'll do that before it goes in, but I haven't had time to do the weathering yet. Just wanted to do the video to show you guys. But I quite like the orange. It's the same orange that is on the outside of the cab. I don't like the way these look when you put them in the shell, that you see them through the window. So I'm going to get some tissue and PVA glue, drape them over the back of the front seats, these seats, the other seats as well, paint them up and weather them, just so they look a little bit nicer as you see them through the back. In here I've got all sorts of stuff. He is a messy so-and-so, so we've got a gas bottle on the side, some bits of wood, some tools, axle gear, some springs, some suspension, a leaf spring, some pliers, more wood, shovel or a spade, whichever you want to call it, just some bits and pieces. Part of this is because the suspension I've got in it is perfect on the front, but it's not quite right on the back. It's a bit stiff. And I thought, you know, I want to add some accessories in there. You're not going to see all of them, but you'll just catch them, you know, from different camera angles. I think they'll stand out and look pretty cool. So we'll see how that fares. You know, you should see bits and pieces here and there. Again, it is quite compact. It's quite dark in there. Not to mention the little toolbox on the centre console. And this killed two birds with one stone. You know, it added some weight, and it also meant that it's full of stuff. I was thinking about putting people in here, but the floor's too, you know, it's not quite right, distance isn't right, so it just wouldn't have looked very good, I don't think. Not with my dodgy butchering skills anyway. But that's it. It's progressing nicely. So the next video, the next time you see it, it will be finished. The interior will be in. It will be mounted. I am really excited about the first run. Try and do a really good scale video. We're going to take it to Waterford. There's a video of the PG4 and Andrew's Hummer when it was working, and it's a place in Waterford where we go to near Hertford. It's such a scale. It's the most scale place we have, and it just looks brilliant. It looks really good. So I think that'll be awesome there for its first run. Hopefully the chassis will hold out and work for me, but I am really pleased. So yeah, a bit of weathering in here. And then I'm going to fix this into the interior, into the body. I'm going to put a bolt through the back of here, I think, and through the back of the body, which goes under the spare wheel mount, so you won't see the bolt going through the body, but it will go through here with a nut on the inside, because this interior now is really quite weighty. So it can't just be stuck in with tape and hot glue and you know, double-sided sticky tape or whatever. It needs some decent mounting, because otherwise it's just going to rattle around and fall out. But it feels decent, and it should weight the shell up quite a bit, and it looks pretty cool. So thanks for watching, stay tuned, and the next time you'll see it, hopefully it'll be finished. Stay safe, bye for now.